Rosie Puzzy, and we are here with the second Disney Orphanage setup episode. So this is the last one we will have, and this is the build. Next week will be the gameplay episode of starting off the gameplay. And there's a few rules for this orphanage. So I'll start off in the room we are in, which is the kitchen. It must be less than 3,000 simoleons to start. We can add on later and we can add things to the kitchen, but we had to stick with the 3,000 for right now. That's why I changed the amount using cheats. So there are different rooms. You'll also see I kind of want to get a dishwasher first, but I also don't know if I want to, because I could take some glitter items and still have the 3,000, but I don't know. I like glitter items still. So this is the dining room. It didn't have any fully kind of restrictions. It was kind of just you have to have one table space and a chair per resident, which I do. I do add a chair per resident. I even add the high chair, so it's technically the toddler chair per resident, so that they technically have a chair in the dining room. And also did something in that little corner because I thought it would be cute. Just little chairs. Even though I don't know how well those blocks will work as pillows, but they looked cute. And then my window glitched for some reason. My window just said bye. And I know it's technically close to the kitchen, but I didn't count the high chairs that are closer to the kitchen technically as the kitchen, because I was still counting them as dining room areas. So yeah, those are why it's going for the dining room instead of the kitchen. And I do have 3 purple high chairs because there wasn't a different swatch of purple for the high chairs, so they're the same swatch of purple. It doesn't really matter who's in what high chair. I'll try and coordinate it best I can, but I just put them there, and here's me putting clutter, because like I said, I like clutter. I like putting clutter items there to where it's just there to fill up the space, and so it doesn't look empty or just it doesn't have anything there. And then I did move the door to the kitchen. I moved it. Well, I kind of didn't move it because there's still a door that goes outside, but there's 2 doors, I think. I don't know. I have to check what the other glass door probably goes to. I think it's still outside, but I added an archway because I thought it would look cool. But here we are doing the study, which the study room, you must have 1 desk and 1 chair per orphan, which I do. I had in 1 desk, 1 chair per orphan. Then you must have a single computer. This computer is really just there. I do add it later on, but this computer is really the only one they're supposed to have access to. And then the caretaker also has one, but that's up in her office. So there is also something I need to add before the first episode, which I forgot to, which is a garden, because I see that's on the rules and I thought it wasn't. So I will be making that off screen and showing it off in the first gameplay episode. So it's just something the groundskeeper may attend to if the orphanage is free of broken objects and trash. And then I add journals on each of their floors. I know I mentioned it in my Not So Berry build that I'll probably be exploring those journals more Not So Berry or other challenges, but it was still a cute touch to have. And then I added a hamster and a fish tank, I think. But those are just things to have with it. But yes, those journals will probably be more explored in Not So Berry rather than this series, because we are focusing on so many different people. It might be hard to focus on a journal for one. Not So Berry is more focused singularly, to where we go generation by generation, focusing on one person and then dealing with the next person. So it's kind of I was just adding those in to have that because we can have little like episodes focusing on a character and things, but this start out episodes we're gonna be exploring different things. We're gonna be exploring, like, I have this preschool mod that I want to use, that because they go to school Monday through Friday, but it'll be early in the morning. They go from like 5 a.m. to like, I think 10 a.m. was what the cutoff time was. So it would only be like a certain section of the day, and it would also kind of prepare us for when they're gone full day, because I want to record every single sim day as an episode. I want each sim day to be an episode. We explore what it's like. So it'll prepare us for when the orphans are gone all day on those school episodes. Because when that happens, they're going to be gone for longer. There is only supposed to be 2 bathrooms. I will explain what happens because I changed a few things off camera too. So this bathroom's locker-like. I'm sorry to jump out of that conversation, but this bathroom's locker-like because you can't have it that way, and it also gives you more toilets to have. The downstairs one is also accessible to the girls. I might also add one to the groundskeeper shed, so I might update that a bit before. But there's also one for the caretaker. I made one specifically for her. That only attaches to her room. So she has her bedroom, her bathroom, and her study that are off limits to everyone but her. So those will be locked, and the only doors to get to her study and bathroom will be inside her bedroom, so her bedroom door will be locked to her. I might let the groundskeeper in, because then that's another bathroom for her. It would be just them two that can use the bathroom, so it's kind of a thing of it can be that way, which the groundskeeper's quarters are only supposed to be a single bed, dresser, and nightstand, but I was looking at the person who did the challenge herself, and she used like bathroom in there and a kitchen for her, so I might add a bit more to the little area out there, just to give her more of something. But that's basically what we do when we go into the recreation room, which is supposed to have one computer, one fine object, and one athletic object. I know I technically have a pull outside, but I might fence that off to where they can only access it at some times. Because technically that is an athletic object. I was going to use it as an object we can really use, but I might fence it off to where the girls aren't always in the pool. I don't want that happening because it gets annoying when they're always in the pool. So there are a few more rooms we are going to explore. I will explain the nursery / the children's bedroom because I know that's coming up sooner or later. I think that's one of the last things I do, but I still want to mention it here. I did more in their rooms. And for the toddlers, I'm not fully sticking to the one skill item. You're only supposed to have 4 different skill building items at a time. I'm not focusing on that for the toddlers. This challenge is mainly made for childs and teenagers, and I will make sure there is nothing in their rooms that are skill building or skill building at all, and probably just not have a fun item either. I'll probably have a few different things because you can have things in your recreation room. This is the technical skill building room, and it'll be more of a skill building room when they age up, because that'll be the only thing with skill building in it besides the recreation room. So in the recreation room, we'll be getting a makeover when that happens. So I also might just add the fence around the pool when the girls age up or the first one ages up, so that it's more of they can't get into it because they're toddlers. They can't get into it anyways now. So I might just change it when they're actually able to get into it and change it to where they can't. There is also, this is where I'm editing her bedroom, which in her bedroom, let me find it, master bedroom, which is supposed to be the caretaker, must be on the top floor, which it is. I was going to do the top floor, but I didn't know if this place had it, and I didn't want to try and make one. So I might change that if we ever modify the orphanage, which might be when we add the fence around the pool or something. We might modify their rooms. Also must have a personal computer or office area attached, which I do. It's in that little nook, and I kept looking out at her little view she has because I thought it was cute. And she had that open window that just went to a view. I did give her a fancy bed and tried changing her flooring because I thought it would look better. But I ended up going back on it, I think, because I didn't like how it fully looked like it was separated from the house. I don't think I changed the girls' rooms at all, of like the flooring and bedroom, the wallpaper. But I do focus. Okay, I changed this room. This is the first room I changed, which I do bunk beds on top of toddler beds, which I have CC toddler beds that I use in it, and there's 2 girls per room. So there's 3 different nurseries technically, and I did try and go for just toddler beds at first. I might change that later and take off the top part of having the child bed / the teenage bed on top of them, because I just thought to do the colors to represent who was in each bed. But I might get rid of that later and just put the toddler beds in there and have it that way, to where the toddler beds are more of the focus than the older kid bed. I know there's many different ways to do this, and it's just a hassle to not do it. So I might just have it to where I edit it after they age up, or the first girl ages up. And the personal items, I will try and explain them best I can. I obviously put a frog for Tiana. I forgot what I put for the other girl. I forgot which one I put in there. I think I put Rapunzel, which I think I give her an art set. Rapunzel, I think, gets an art set. Tiana, I think, gets a little mini play kitchen, which I might just keep that in the build no matter what, even if I take out skill items, because I like Tiana having a little kitchen. Oh wait, no, Tiana has the frog. What? I know I put the kitchen in her room. She might not keep that then, because I do have the little frog almost everywhere on Tiana's stuff. I do put little dressers to put their little things on top of, and I will try and explain them more later, because I don't really remember what I put, but I do know I put a little toy kitchen in Tiana's room, and that's a CC toy kitchen. I think Tiana's paired with Rapunzel, because it's a dark purple, and then this is Aurora and Cinderella, I think, and then the other one's Esmeralda and Megara. I'm gonna wrap it up here because I only have 2 minutes left in my video. So thank you all for watching. The next week we will be seeing the gameplay episodes, obviously. On Friday you guys will be seeing the cast of Not So Berry, and tomorrow you guys will be seeing a Roblox video, because I'm going to come out with that one. But the surprise of what it is going to be will be there. I will hopefully bring wonderful content with giving all of this. I will have all the changes I need to make to these places. I know I make a lot of changes to my build, like I said. I think I said in my Not So Berry, it's just common of me to forget something while building, so I often add it back later or edit it later. So we're also making the groundskeeper room. Like I said, it was only supposed to be a single bed, dresser, nightstand. I also give her a rug, which I kind of was counting as her payment for this week, but I still might edit her little house to where it's more homey for her, to where it's not just like a little shack. And then I will also make the little garden before the first gameplay episode, or the second, who knows when I'll get around to it. But I will try and do it before the first gameplay episode is recorded, just so you guys can see it and I can explore it with you guys in the first episode. Don't really know what we're going to be doing in the first episode. I'm just going to roll with it in the first part. So we're just going to have some fun, and I hope you guys will come on this wonderful journey with me to play this challenge. Thank you guys.